There's nothing quite like a nice cup of hot coffee in the morning, in the afternoon, or even in the evening. Made just right. A nice robust flavor from coffee beans is actually good for you. We don't hear that very often. We always hear about how coffee is full of caffeine and that it's really bad for you. And it is true that it is full of caffeine and it is a stimulant, and that many people use coffee in order to give them energy to get throughout their day. That is very true. But coffee actually contains the most antioxidants that Americans are getting per day. In fact, there's more antioxidants in a cup of coffee than there is in a bowl of blueberries. So it's one of the major sources of antioxidants for most Americans. And let's face it, most Americans don't eat fruits and vegetables, but they do like their coffee, and it's a good supply of antioxidants for them that they otherwise wouldn't get if they didn't drink coffee. So it's protecting them from a host of degenerative diseases and free radicals. So coffee is actually good. And many studies have shown that people that drink coffee are less likely to develop type 2 diabetes. People who drink coffee, like a cup a day, they can slice their chances of getting Parkinson's disease in half, which is very, very good, because I don't think most people want to get Parkinson's disease. There was a big study involving about 24,000 women in the Iowa Women's Health Study that showed that women that drink 1 to 3 cups of coffee per day reduce the risk of heart disease. So you reduce your risk of heart disease, you reduce your risk of type 2 diabetes, you reduce your risk of dementia and Parkinson's disease. It's a big chock full supply of antioxidants, and coffee actually contains nutrients. It's rich in magnesium, potassium, and vitamin B6, all very important for you. I guess the problem that a lot of people have with coffee is the fact that they more or less abuse it. Kind of like how people abuse alcohol and wine, and many other substances, is they drink it in excess. They're using coffee more or less as a form of quick energy. And had they consumed a healthy diet in the first place, they would have had all of the energy they needed. I, on the other hand, will drink a cup or two per day because, for one, it tastes good. Number two, and I'm drinking it for the health benefits. Hey, if I can drink a cup of coffee per day and cut my risk of getting type 2 diabetes and heart disease and Parkinson's in half, why not? It's just one of those things, just like chocolate, cacao. You can overdo it, but if you have a little bit, it actually has some protective health benefits. And let's face it, coffee beans come from nature. The coffee bean. It grows out in nature, and all plant foods have medicinal properties, even coffee. So, I don't think that just completely eliminating out of your diet is going to harm or kill you either. But most of the studies show that coffee drinkers compared to non-coffee drinkers have a much lower risk of developing diseases compared to people that don't drink coffee. Now, I'm not saying that everybody should drink coffee. I'm just putting that information out there so that you guys know that, hey, there's actually some studies that have been done, big research studies, and there actually are benefits of drinking coffee, and that people shouldn't have complete fear of drinking it. Of course, there's different grades of coffee too. There's coffee that is highly processed. You want to avoid coffee that has added sugars and artificial flavors and all that stuff. But if you can get some good organic coffee, then it's going to be a lot fuller of nutrients, antioxidants, and protective compounds. I believe that Madri Labs sells a good brand of coffee and I think they put even some medicinal mushrooms in it too, which is good for your immune system. But either way, coffee is one of those things that I've started to incorporate into my diet, and it actually does seem to make a big difference in how I feel, and it's just nice to enjoy once in a while. Again, if you're having a 1 to 3 cups per day, that's all you need. Studies show that if you drink more than 6 cups per day, you don't really get any additional benefits. So there's no sense in drinking that much, and your bodies don't really need that much caffeine either. But if you have a cup of coffee, a cup of green tea, and some other things, you're getting a wide range of medicinal benefits, and you're protecting yourself from diseases. So I'd say have a cup of coffee.